People have said here, oh, it's the same as the prices for London, but actually that's not true. It is more expensive.
It's very expensive. It's sometimes several €100 for a competition that you don't really care about because you can't really pick whatever you want to see. I think Vivian has a more direct experience of it. You subscribed to the lottery, right?
I did, actually. And, I wound up being picked very early. I think I was picked in the first draw for this lottery.
But not only you, your husband?
My husband too, and my son. So 3 of us, and all of us spent hours trying to figure out how to get tickets. And none of us did, ultimately. You had to buy 3 different sports, and there were, basically sports you didn't care about. Of course, everybody wants to see beach volleyball under the Eiffel Tower, or they want to see, people diving into the sand, by the way. But those were totally unavailable, and so none of us wound up with tickets to anything.
And that's the most common experience. And the other guys have the experience that it's way, way too expensive.
Is the difference, Nico Hines, that today we're in a much more digital age than before? Online lotteries to get picked, to be one of the ones that when the window of opportunity comes can get those tickets. You didn't have that in London in 2012.
We did have a fiendishly complex system as well. I can't quite remember. I think what you had to do was to apply for everything you might want to go to. So I think I applied for like 40 events or something, and then you just got whatever you got. And I did end up getting the beach volleyball Horse Guards parade, which was quite a spectacle, even though obviously I'd rather have been there to see Usain Bolt in the 100 metres. And of course, those tickets didn't come my way. I think, a lot of I don't think there's any excuse for putting the prices up. You can't just blame it on demand. This is what we've been seeing in the entertainment industry as well, that there's this kind of new concept of dynamic pricing where they're trying to use the principles that airlines and hotels have been using for decades to try and make really sought after tickets, when they become scarce, suddenly shoot the prices up. But that's just massively, massively unfair. You know that these things are going to be oversubscribed from the outset, so they should be set at a reasonable price. There's absolutely no reason to be price gouging from the average Parisian punter who wants to go and see the sport in their city. Because at the end of the day, most of the money for these things is not coming from small ticket buyers, it's coming from these huge companies that are doing the sponsorships and these massive global international TV deals. There's absolutely no excuse for ripping off the punters.
Yeah, and we've seen it, as you say, this dynamic pricing, which has triggered blowback now from rock icons. After the outrage of Taylor Swift fans, ticketing giant Ticketmaster forced to refund $10 to fans who bought the cheapest tickets to The Cure's U.S. tour, $5 to everyone else after pressure from lead singer Robert Smith. The Cure had wanted Elisabeth Pinault to have $20 tickets so that, like Nico says, it could be a more democratic event. Is sports and entertainment the reserve of the rich nowadays?
Well, it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, the French authorities have to be very careful about that because they want the Olympic Games to be popular. All eyes on Paris now until the Olympic Games. So French authorities have to be very careful. They said that half the tickets, and there's going to be, I think, 13 million tickets sold. Half of the ticket will be less than €25. That's what they promised. For it has to be that way. And I saw that there were tickets for the opening ceremony that could go up to $3,000, €3,000. So that's if they want it to be popular, the way they want it to be, if they want to have a good image of Paris, which is full of garbage these days, they have to do something about the ticket because all eyes are on us now.
Otherwise, there might be a revolt.
Otherwise, the image of France will be damaged.